Live from Fox 5. Welcome to the News Block.
And here are the top stories today on the News Block, a Fox 5 exclusive, as the NYPD gives us a behind-the-scenes look at security preparations for this year's UN General Assembly. But first, a Texas man charged with making terroristic threats as a hate crime against New York City mayoral candidate Zohran Mamdani. Good afternoon. I'm Linda Schmidt. Thanks so much for joining us today for the News Block. Some big news to get to, though, right away here. The Queens District Attorney's Office says 44-year-old Jeremy Fistel now faces a 22-count indictment. We're going to get right out to Fox 5's Stephanie Bertini, who is live right now with the very latest from outside criminal court in Kew Gardens, Queens. And Stephanie, I know I spoke with you about this earlier today. You came face-to-face with this man and his attorney earlier today.
Yes, Linda, indeed. 44-year-old Jeremy Fistel, he stood before a judge inside a courtroom here at Queens Criminal Court this morning. Now, it's alleged he threatened Assemblyman and mayoral candidate Zohran Mamdani by leaving a series of anti-Muslim messages with his office. That's according to the district attorney. Fistel did not say anything to the media as he walked out of the courthouse with his attorney. The attorney did make a statement. We still have a piece of that interview to play for you. We'll get to that shortly. But essentially, the attorney maintains his client's innocence. Fistel was arrested in Texas and extradited to New York City. Inside the courtroom, he was arraigned on a 22-count indictment. The charges include 4 counts of making a terroristic threat as a hate crime, 4 counts of making a terroristic threat, 7 counts of aggravated harassment in the second degree as a hate crime, 7 counts of aggravated harassment in the second degree. The prosecution says voicemails and other messages to Mamdani's office clearly indicate safety concerns for Mamdani and his family. In court, details from the alleged messages were read out.
Now, I'm going to read the content of the messages and the voicemails in a moment, but I just want to highlight that it's clear upon listening to the content of these messages that the defendant clearly references Assemblymember Mamdani's religion in these communications. In addition, he clearly threatens the safety of both Assemblymember Mamdani and the family of the Assemblymember. So I'm going to read these messages now. Muslims don't belong here. You're not compatible with our Western values.
Yeah, very serious allegations, but you heard in court that we pled not guilty. I believe the district attorney is seriously overcharging this case. I'm not getting into any motivation, but a person is entitled to his political opinions and his free speech.
Fistel's attorney, Todd Greenberg, outside the courthouse once things wrapped up and after bail was posted for his client. Now, in a statement from the Zohran Mamdani campaign, unfortunately, threats of this nature are all too common, and they reflect a broader climate of hate that has no place in our city. We cannot and will not be intimidated by racism, Islamophobia, and hate. Queens District Attorney Melinda Katz said, "We take threats of violence against any office holder extremely seriously." That's a quote. Fistel does live in Texas. We learned in court today he has some ties to New York City. Linda, it was his family that posted $30,000 cash bail.
All right, Stephanie, thanks so much. I'm sure we are going to be hearing a lot more about that. Also today, the NYPD and city officials holding a safety briefing this morning ahead of the high-level general debate at the United Nations General Assembly. That is going to be starting next week on September 23rd. The annual session brings global leaders and dignitaries right here to the east side of Manhattan. Now, here is what Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch had to say earlier today about the high-security event.
There are no known specific credible threats to this year's General Assembly, but that fact does not change our posture. The NYPD remains fully prepared with a layered security plan designed to meet the need.
And also the NYPD giving Fox 5 a sneak peek at how they are stepping up security. In this Fox 5 exclusive, our Lisa Evers spends the day with the NYPD Bomb Squad unit. Take a look.
We're here outside the United Nations for an exclusive look inside the NYPD's preparations for UNGA, and that includes one of their biggest assets, the bomb squad.
UNGA, the United Nations General Assembly, kicks into high gear Monday, September 22nd. Security is a top concern, with leaders from all over the world converging on Manhattan. We caught up with NYPD Deputy Chief of Counterterrorism, James Kehoe, to get a better picture of what they're doing to make sure it goes safely and smoothly.
How big a security challenge is this?
It's probably the biggest challenge we face all year. You're talking over 200 heads of state that converge into Midtown Manhattan for over a week period of time. You're talking about a large footprint for the United Nations, plus several hotels in Midtown Manhattan that we have high-level people staying at that we have to protect. So it's a huge undertaking.
Members of the NYPD's elite bomb squad helped Detective Andrew Eaton get equipped with an 83-pound ballistic suit that enables him to approach a suspicious package and, if necessary, dismantle an explosive device. But before he gets close, there's a robot that checks it out.
The robot is really designed so that we can not put a detective or a police officer in harm's way. So we can mitigate a suspicious package. We can disrupt a suspicious package with the robot.
The NYPD's multifaceted strategy is all-encompassing.
We have extra camera coverage. We have drone interdiction coverage. We have boats in the water working with the Coast Guard. We have extra aviation flights. Plus, we detail a whole contingent of officers with heavy weapons, just to provide security and a sense of safety.
The NYPD works closely, as they have for years, with the Secret Service, especially the NYPD Bomb Squad and its Explosive Detection Canine Squad, who will be continually on the move.
How important are these highly trained animals for you?
Oh, we couldn't get along without them. You know, the relationship also that the handler builds with the canine, you know, they live together, they come home together, they go on vacation together. I mean, so it's a special bond between the handler as well as the canine.
Deputy Chief Kehoe says part of the planning is also planning for the unexpected.
You're always pivoting, even though you're planning a year ahead, but you come game day, you're still making some pivots because a lot of times there's off-record moves so that we have to pivot to make sure that everybody's safe.
Everything you see here is just one layer of the NYPD's multi-layered approach to keeping the city and all of the important dignitaries visiting here safe during UNGA. At the United Nations, I'm Lisa Evers, Fox 5 News.
All right, some good stuff there from Lisa Evers. All right, right now we're going to check on the weather, and look at that shot right there. Another gorgeous day. We're going to bring in Nick Gregory right now, meteorologist. He is at the Weather Center for a first look at the forecast. And Nick, yesterday was gorgeous in the 80s. Today again. Summer's back. It's not left us yet.
Not officially anyway, but it will, of course, in the next week. But you're right. It's been a great forecast for today, and tomorrow will be a repeat performance, probably even a little bit warmer. We're currently 81 in the city. Look at the low 80s up the Hudson Valley. 86 at Newark. They'll be at that number again tomorrow. 81 in Islip. The Hamptons is cooler with the wind again, sort of coming up off the ocean here, keeping it a little bit cooler there. It's a light wind onshore. It'll be mostly a westerly wind as the night goes along. Satellite views, there's nothing nearby. It's going to be a clear sky. We got showers way off to the west. Those are not coming our way, so our drought woes actually continue. But it's a mild night coming up. We're going to drop into the upper 60s in the city, out the door in the morning, middle to upper 50s north and west. Clear skies, sunny tomorrow. We're back up to at least 82 to 85 degrees. Again, it'll be some upper 80s or mid to upper 80s in parts of New Jersey. Tomorrow night, it's dry, back into the 40s to 50s in the suburbs, about 60 in the city, and looks like a cool down for the weekend, but more sunshine comes, low 70s Saturday and Sunday. Linda?
This is when you're really popular, when the temperatures are good and it's sunny.
I'm your fair weather friend, right?
Thanks so much, Nick. Well, 2 firefighters are injured after a warehouse in Brooklyn went up in flames. The FDNY received the call of the fire. Take a look at that. At 11:25 last night, those flames shooting out of a 4-story building on Van Brunt Street in Red Hook. The fire escalated in intensity overnight. Firefighters battled the flames from the water as well as on land. And we are told this building is an artist's loft, and that artist we spoke with described the scene.
My wife woke up, our entire apartment was filled with smoke because the window was open, so it was all blowing in. I've been in that building many times. The floors are all wood.
I do okay as an artist financially, but there's so many artists that are struggling financially right now, and this is literally their dreams going up in smoke. What a terrible tragedy. I don't suppose the structure will be usable at all anymore. I can't imagine that there'll be anything to salvage in the center part of the building where most of us artists are.
That is a shame. Officials are currently investigating the cause of that fire.